Welcome to Bogglesocks TV. We've got lots of classic and original TV shows. Subscribe now and enjoy the video.
Grandpa in my pocket! This is the cafe in Sunnysands, and it's run by Miss Smiley. Miss Smiley is called Miss Smiley because she's always smiling. And what's more, she makes the most delicious treats ever. She loves music, and today she was holding a concert in her cafe. And we, the Mason family singers, were all busy practicing our song when suddenly...
Me! Tiny me!
Great Aunt Loretta arrived.
Oh, that's your noise, you. Well, come on then. What's the song? What have you chosen? Come on, tell me.
Oh yes, our song for the Sunnysands sing-along was called Boo Whoop Zing Zoo.
That sounds very peculiar. Never mind, I'll soon sort it out, because I've arranged for Madame Vibrato to come and help us out.
Madame Vibrato? Who's Madame Vibrato?
Madame Vibrato is an extremely famous opera singer.
La 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 la!
Yes, thank you, Jemima. Madame Vibrato just happens to be a very, very good friend of mine. She's singing at the cafe this evening, and I've got her to come this afternoon to help us practice, which is a very good thing for you, Grandpa, because you need a lot of practice, you do. Madame Vibrato could get even you to sing. Madame Vibrato could get a monkey to sing.
And with that, Grandpa ran inside, and I followed.
Oh, Jason, this isn't really funny, you know.
It is quite funny, Grandpa.
Yes, I know, but if the Mason family singers are going to be at their best today, then Loretta has got to be stopped from joining in. And that means only one thing.
Not a shrinking cap, Grandpa.
Catch me if you can!
I'm the only one who knows about Grandpa's magic shrinking cap. Everyone else thinks he's gone for a little lie down. They have no idea that he can get up to this, and this, and this, and that he can hide in very small places. Today, I had no idea where Grandpa was hiding when the others all rushed in.
Grandpa gone for a little lie down? Oh, typical. Never mind, you've still got me. Come on, Madame Vibrato, away.
So we all got into Campo and Great Aunt Loretta sang.
Boop, 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 boop.
I really hoped Grandpa would find his own way to the cafe, because I knew I'd need his help. Then Great Aunt Loretta said,
Oh, you're going to love my friend, Madame Vibrato.
but we did not love Madame Vibrato. Grandpa arrived as she started singing again. I was really pleased to see him run in. He jumped up onto a table and hid. Madame Vibrato finally stopped singing and said,
Now, my dears, I'm going to help you all make the music come alive.
Music coming alive. Who'd have thought it, eh?
Now, fill yourselves with air like a big balloon.
and Madame Vibrato filled herself with air like a big balloon. And then she did this. It was a dreadful noise. Grandpa couldn't help laughing. Suddenly, who should arrive but Mr. Whoops? Sorry, Madame Vibrato. It's only Mr. Whoops. He's always having little accidents. Oh, yes. Mr. Whoops is called Mr. Whoops because he's always having little accidents. He falls over things, he falls off things, and sometimes he even trips over his own feet.
Oops!
Soon, Madame Vibrato was making us all walk around the room singing our names in the air. Poor Mr. Whoops. He really was having a clumsy day.
Loretta, darling, you sound like a cat with a toothache.
Grandpa wanted me to go into the kitchen. I had an idea. I'll get you some water, Great Aunt Loretta. It might help with the toothache. Grandpa jumped down and ran to the kitchen. I ran after him.
We have a bigger problem than I thought, Jason. In fact, we have two problems.
Madame Vibrato
Who we've got to get rid of,
and Great Aunt Loretta.
who we've got to stop singing.
So what shall I do?
Open the piano lid, then get everybody out of the cafe apart from Madame Vibrato.
Okay. And Grandpa jumped off the kitchen table. Madame Vibrato had got us all doing some dreadful singing exercises.
Oh, Loretta, dear. You sound like a hyena with an ingrowing toenail.
Oh, I don't want to sound like a hyena.
I hoped some water would help.
Wee-wah! Wee-wah!
Oh, Loretta, darling, we're never going to get the music to come alive with you singing. You sound like a hippopotamus with a tummy ache.
Oh, I sound like a hippopotamus now, do I? Well, this hippopotamus is going to the...
Great Aunt Loretta never says the word toilet out loud because she thinks it's rude. Why don't we all go outside for some fresh air and let Madame Vibrato practice her song?
Good idea, Jason. Mr. Whoops and I'll get some tea and cakes.
And we'll all leave you alone to bring the music alive, madam.
Oh, thank you, dear. I'm sure I will.
Time to put Grandpa's plan into action. I think it'll sound better with the lids open.
Oh, thank you, dear. Oh.
Now was Grandpa's chance. I'd got everyone out of the room. I had no idea what he had planned.
Singing, the little yellow buttercups are popping up to say hello. Loretta, is that you? The little yellow buttercups are popping up to say hello to... Has the music really come alive?
Oh yes, the music was coming alive. And Grandpa hadn't finished yet.
The music really has come alive, all by itself. It really has come alive. Oh.
Whatever's the matter, Madame Vibrato?
The music has come alive.
What's that you said?
Oh, look what you've done. You and your little accident.
I'll get a cloth.
Oh.
I'll help.
Grandpa had another idea. He pushed the treble clef off the board, jumped down and hid behind it.
Oh no! Oh no! That treble clef is chasing me! Stop it! Oh, stop it! Oh, stop!
Just then, everyone came back in, and Great Aunt Loretta said,
You sound like a baboon that's been stung on the bottom by a bee.
Oh, the music has come alive! Oh.
and with that, Madame Vibrato ran out of the cafe.
She always was bonkers. Oh, now I've got a sore throat with all those silly exercises.
I've got an idea. You can conduct us, Great Aunt Loretta.
Oh, ooh, right.
Soon, we were practicing again, and this time, we were singing our very own song. Boom-a-boom, whoop, sing, zoo. Boom-a-boom, boom-a-boom, boom. Boom-a-boom, boom-a-boom, boom. If you're happy, and you want to tell the world that you're the happiest person in the land, make your feet go tappy and your hands go clappy, and the world will surely understand. Who needs words when the sky is blue? Who needs words when I am with you? The only words that we think will do are boom-a-boom, whoop, sing, zoo. Boom-a-boom, boom-a-boom, whoop,
Zing Zoo.
boom-a-boom, boom-a-boom.
jolliest person in the land.
Zing Zoo.
Make your feet go tappy and your hands go clappy, and the world will surely understand. Oh, who needs words when sky is blue? Who needs words when I am with you? The only words that we think will do are boom, 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 whoop, sing, boom, 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 whoop, sing, boom, 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 whoop, sing, zoo.
When we got home, I ran ahead and whipped Grandpa out of my pocket. He took off his cap and came back to his normal size.
That was great fun, Jason. And we did it. We got rid of Madame Vibrato and we stopped Loretta from singing.
Yes, Grandpa. I think we call it teamwork.
Teamwork.
Oh, so sorry you missed it, Grandpa.
It was a great sing-along.
Oh, good. And did the music come alive?
You, Grandpa, you're as bad as Madame Vibrato. Music coming alive indeed.
Grandpa in my pocket! Jemima and I were going to spend the day at Miss Smiley's cafe. It was a special event, which was why we were both going dressed like this.
Well, you look marvellous, but I hope someone's going to teach you to roar louder than that. Once more, please, pirate pupils. Ha ha ha!
Yes, today we were going to be pupils at the Sunnysands School for Pirates.
I'm surprised Miss Smiley is running a pirate school. She's not fierce enough to be a pirate teacher, is she? She's much too smiley.
Miss Smiley's not the teacher, Grandpa. She's asked a friend to help.
Not Horatio Heave Ho.
Horatio Heave Ho has the beach hut next to ours. He works in a bank, but what he really wants to do is be a pirate.
Who's a pretty boy then?
He loves putting on pirate clothes and digging for treasure. But most of all, he loves roaring.
Yo-ho! Heave-ho! Horatio!
Heave-ho! Horatio!
Just then, the doorbell rang.
That must be Miss Smiley.
But it wasn't Miss Smiley. It was...
Floyd!
Yes, it was Floyd.
Heave-ho, me hearties! Miss Smiley be waiting for you outside in her car! Floyd, I didn't know you wanted to learn how to be a pirate.
I don't. I'm just going along to scare Horatio.
Well, see you later, Grandpa. Don't get up to any mischief while we're out.
Oh, I think I'll just have a little lie down. Have a good time.
I knew what Grandpa was thinking.
If Floyd scares Horatio, then the pirate school will be a disaster. We've got to go and stop them, Jason. And there's only one way I can go to the pirate school, and that is if I'm small.
Not a shrinking cap, Grandpa.
Catch me if you can.
You know what happens when Grandpa shrinks? He can get into my car and make it go. He can chuff about the room in my Sunnysands train. He can fly in my toy plane. Or he can just run around for all he's worth. I'm the only one who knows about Grandpa's magic shrinking cap, and nobody else is supposed to find out. I couldn't see Grandpa anywhere. I had to go without him. But I knew he'd find his own way to get to pirate school. On Gordon, my toy seagull. Grandpa took off, flew up the stairs and out of my bedroom window. Miss Smiley had done a fantastic job of turning the cafe into a pirate school. There were nets and flags and a fish tank and all kinds of pirate food, a treasure chest made from a loaf of bread, potato sailing boats, shark-infested jelly, and a mermaid cake. And then our teacher arrived, Horatio Heave Ho.
Yo-ho-ho! Heave-ho! Ah!
Everyone was so busy cheering Horatio Heave Ho that nobody saw Grandpa running into the cafe, or climbing up the table leg, or hiding behind the treasure chest loaf.
Welcome, young ruffians, to the Sunnysands School for Pirates. I'm your teacher, Horatio Heave Ho, and this is my assistant, Stinky.
Perhaps you could teach them a piratey song.
I don't know many piratey songs. I keep forgetting the words.
Well, I know a piratey song. How does a proper pirate go? He stamps his foot and he shouts heave-ho. He hoists the sail of his pirate ship and goes on a treasure hunting trip. He lands on an island far away and digs and digs and digs all day.
When he finds gold, how does he go? Yo-ho-ho, yo-ho-ho. Yes, I've got it, sing your hearts on me hearties. How does a proper
Even Grandpa was roaring his heart out.
heave-ho?
But Floyd had other ideas.
Goes on a treasure hunting trip.
While we were singing our hearts out,
He lands on an island far away.
Floyd sneaked off and picked up this, a plastic crab. Floyd chased Horatio round and round the food table. Any moment, one of them was going to spot Grandpa.
Make him stop, Miss Smiley. I'm scared of crabs. I keep thinking they're going to net me somewhere nasty.
Floyd, you put that crab back where you found it, please.
It's pathetic. It's only plastic.
I think it's time for a piratey picnic.
Grandpa had to get out of the way. He jumped down and hid under the table. I was pleased to see that Grandpa had escaped. Floyd had taken the mermaid off the cake.
It's not very piratey, this food, is it? I mean, why have we got a mermaid cake? Mermaids have nothing to do with pirates.
Floyd, put that back. At least you can't scare Horatio with a plastic mermaid.
But Floyd was determined to scare Horatio with something else. While everyone was helping themselves to the pirate picnic, Floyd sneaked off to the dressing up box. He thought nobody was watching him, but he was wrong.
What's that boy up to now?
Miss Smiley went to get chocolate sundaes, and Horatio said,
And while we're waiting for the Sundays, I'll tell you all some pirate stories. Now sit down and gather round.
so we all gathered round.
Boris Blackbeard
All of us except Floyd.
was the wildest pirate that ever sailed the seven seas. He had a roar that could scare the life out of a giant. Ah, it's him! It's Boris Blackbeard, the bragging buccaneer!
Of course, everybody else knew it wasn't really Boris Blackbeard, the bragging buccaneer. It was Floyd. Horatio ran off and hid in the store cupboard.
Floyd! You're spoiling all the fun and you've upset Horatio. I'm telling Miss Smiley.
Yeah, me too. And me.
This was a disaster. I was looking around for Grandpa, but I couldn't see him anywhere. And then I saw these. Grandpa had taken his clothes off and was running around pirate school in his pants. He was definitely up to something. I decided to hide so I could see what that something was. Floyd was making for the food when somebody waved at him. This time Grandpa had gone too far. He was sitting in the fish tank dressed as a mermaid.
Ah! She waved at me! Miss Smiley! You've got to come! There's a real-life mermaid in the fish tank!
As soon as Floyd had gone, I ran to the fish tank and whipped the real live mermaid out.
Oh, thanks, Jason.
Honestly, Grandpa.
I didn't think I'd be able to hold my breath for much longer.
But it's true, I promise. She's alive.
Oh no, Floyd's coming.
I'll deal with him. You hide.
Floyd went straight to the fish tank, but the mermaid wasn't there.
Cooey, I'm over here.
Ah! You can talk too? Who are you?
I'm Melissa, the Merry Mermaid, with eyes of turquoise blue, with golden hair and a flappy tail, and a special message for you. No more scaring, Horatio, please. No roaring and stamping your feet. Horatio may not be very brave, but he's ever so sweet.
Horatio! Floyd rushed off to the store cupboard to find Horatio, and I came out of my hiding place. That was so funny, Grandpa.
Oh, pass me a napkin, will you, Jason?
So I promise from now on I'll be as good as gold. If I do one more thing wrong, you can make me walk the plank.
It's a deal.
Now please come and see the mermaid, please! While Floyd was saying sorry to Horatio, Grandpa took the mermaid costume off and got back into his normal clothes. I redressed the mermaid doll and put her back on the cake. Just in time, too. Horatio and Floyd were coming back. Not at all like you imagine. She's kind of funny and talks like this. I'm Melissa the Merry Mermaid with eyes of turquoise blue. Well, come on. She's on the cake.
This is just a doll. Full marks to you, Floyd. He tricked me right and proper, Miss Smiley. He tricked me. We'll make a pirate out of you yet, lad. Yo ho ho.
Yo ho ho. Floyd was a bit confused, but Grandpa's job was done. When pirate school was over, Grandpa flew back on Gordon, and Miss Smiley brought us home. I ran into the house in front of Jemima just as Grandpa flew down the stairs. He whipped off his shrinking cap and came back to his normal size.
Oh, we did it, Jason.
It was a great pirate school, Grandpa, especially once Melissa the Merry Mermaid stopped Floyd messing about.
But Melissa couldn't have done it without your help, Jason. That's what I call teamwork.
Teamwork.
There you are, Grandpa. We had such a good time. We learned masses about being a pirate, including this song. How does a proper pirate go?
He stamps his foot and he shouts,
Heave ho!
Grandpa, you know it already. Anyone would think you'd been to pirate school too.